Hey S'mores, I'm Shannon Morse. Welcome to Morse Code. I do tech reviews and tutorials, so if you are looking for in-depth tech and gadget content, you have come to the right place. Let's talk Nomad iPhone 12 series cases. I did want to thank Nomad for sending these over to me for review. I am super excited to finally have my iPhones in hand, so I have been checking these out all week so that I can give you a really nice in-depth review of not only the cases, but also if they work with the MagSafe charger. I did have to wait for that to come in as well. Now I have 4 different cases from Nomad. Some of these are quite similar to each other, so there's actually just 2 different ones, but I will go through them and show you what they look like on each of the phones. I have an iPhone 12 mini as well as an iPhone 12 Pro Max to use these on. So for the iPhone 12 Pro Max, I have 2 different colors for the iPhone 12 rugged case, and for the iPhone 12 mini, I have the rugged case in a darker color as well as the rugged Folio. So I'm gonna start with the rugged Folio. This one costs $69.95. So Nomad actually packages everything really, really well. So I really like their packaging, and I think this would make a great gift as well because it looks nice and high premium. And on the back of here, you do see that it is leather. So that means that over time it is going to wear, but that's going to be normal. That's what leather is supposed to look like. Now, even though I put this in the packaging, you can tell right off the bat that I have been using it because there are a few marks in here and on the edges. So this first case is real leather and polycarbonate with this external TPE bumper. It has this nice microfiber inner lining so that it's going to protect your phone from any kind of scratches. On the side, there are 3 different slots for credit cards, and there's also a little slot right here for cash. So if you just carry around 3 credit cards and cash, you can stick everything right there in your pocket. As I mentioned, the leather does wear and scuff, but that's going to add a nice worn look to it, and if that's what you're going for, then this would be a really nice case for you. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the phone so you can actually see what it looks like when you snap it into place. Now this one offers full protection, including the bottom coverage, with plenty of room to plug in a cable, and I do have a cable to test that with. It's not plugged in, so you're not gonna see it charging, but you can plug it in fully, so no issues there. There's actually 2 loops on here too, so you can stick a lanyard around there and use it on a lanyard if that's how you choose to hold your phone. I will say that the buttons are a little bit harder to press on the inside because they are so flush with the phone, so even when you fold it outwards like this, it is a little bit harder to press them down. And the mute switch is inset pretty far into the phone, so I actually have to use my fingernail to get at it. The bevels around the phone do not make it hard to use. They aren't really, really high up or anything, but it is quite enough to protect your phone, so no issues there. So I can easily just go through like notifications and clear them with no issues. If you close it, on the back you have some protection around your cameras as well. So it is high enough to protect those cameras. I do like that. The case itself is pretty stiff, so it probably will take some time for it to actually set nicely on your phone, but when it's in your pocket, that's not an issue because it's going to remain closed. But when it's like sitting on a desk, I noticed that it does like to pop open, so it would be nice if like there was a little magnet or something, if they could use that with the phone. The Folio cover just basically doesn't lay flat. Now, does it work with Qi chargers? Yes, it does. I was able to test some. Does it work with the MagSafe? Let's find out. And if I open it, you will notice that it does charge the phone through the case. So the MagSafe Qi charger does work. However, if you set this on like traditional Qi chargers, I did notice that it worked just fine. So I had no issues there. One other thing to mention about all 4 of these cases is they really don't pick up fingerprints, which is a very nice thing to have. And just in case you're wondering that I do actually have this plugged in, yes, I do. There you go. So it is actually plugged in, and here you can see that it is working with the phone. Okay, so these next 3 are basically the exact same case, but different types. So you have the one for the new iPhone mini, which is a 5.4-inch case. And then I also have the same case called the rugged case for the iPhone 12 Pro Max, and both of these are the 6.7-inch. The only difference is there's a couple of different colors to choose from, but they do cost the same. So these are $49.95 on Nomad's website. Now to show you what these look like side by side, pull these out. There you go. So this is my personal opinion, but I think that the lighter leather color would look really good on the white or the silver iPhones, while this darker color would look better on the black or the Pacific blue. Based on the color scheme and because the outside of this is going to be black, while the outside of this one, the TPU material, is going to be this white color. So I think it would match better. And just so you can see a difference, I'm going to use the lighter leather color on this one, and you can tell there's still some marks on this one too from my usage. And we'll use the iPhone 12 Pro Max. Does it work with the MagSafe charger? And it does. So you would have to charge this with a compatible Qi charger that you could stand this phone on, which it does work with. And does it have space to plug it in? I have my lightning connector here, and yes, it does. There's plenty of room left over for even your third-party plugs. So this case is also real leather on the back, so it will scuff and wear over time, and it does have the same polycarbonate and external TPE bumper. There's also microfiber inner lining on here too to protect your phone from any kind of scratches. The leather, again, wears over time from scratches and from scuffs, and that's going to give it a really nice, natural, worn look. This one, I believe, offers full protection, including that bottom coverage again, which is very, very nice, and plenty of room to plug in those cables. They also have those 2 loops for lanyards. This one still takes quite a bit of pressure to hit the volume up and down buttons, but that might give way a little bit over time as you use it and kind of wear it in. And the mute switch again is inset quite far, so I do have to use my fingernail to be able to grab it. The lip around the edges of the screen does not make it hard to use again, so I'm very, very satisfied with that. And I would say all in all, it's a very minimalist construction. It's very easy to use. I had no issues using it. It does not add bulk, and it adds a bit of curve to the edges of this pretty sharp-lined phone. Both the Folio and the case are very soft. They're less slippery than the phone, holding the phone naked, and they also have 10 feet of drop protection, both of them do. The case is pretty stiff. It does take some work to put it on your phone or remove it, but I do think that it adds a really beautiful quality to the phone. Now, the last thing that I wanted to mention, I do have this as well that I wanted to test on camera. This is from Nomad. It's called their universal cable, and I was interested in this because not only do I now have Lightning, but I also have USB-C phones because I have Android. They also have micro USB here for a lot of your classic products. So this is a 5-foot cable, and it does include their nice Kevlar lining and Kevlar cover, which is beautiful, and it definitely lasts really well. In fact, if my dog tries to chew on that, she can't chew through it, which is a good sign. So I'm just gonna plug this in real quick. Obviously, it does run off of your classic USB 2.0, so not going to be as fast as USB-C, but since it does have that lightning connector right there, I can easily just plug it into my phone. And it fits. Yay! Check that out. That lightning cable does need to be plugged into this micro USB cable in order for it to be powered. So in order to do that, all I have to do is plug that in, and there you go. Okay, that was everything. So that was the Nomad cases for the iPhone 12 lineup, and I do have links down below if you are interested in checking these out yourself. If you are new here, subscribe to become a part of this amazing community that we have here. Check out my Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee links down below to see how you can support the channel, and big thanks to everybody who supports me through those platforms. Comment below. Thank you again to all of my s'mores for subscribing and watching. I'm Shannon Morse, and I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.